your low-calorie veggies if you want. Are y'all picking this up? So you can look up on my channel, type in no-fat dressings, no-fat dip, or I have a lot in my butterfly dressing book, right? Now here's a couple right here. Here's an example. We've got mustard mango, okay? We've got 1 cup of champagne mango, which are the small kind of yellow ones. They look like little partridges. If you turn them to the side and you can put an eyeball on there, that's very cute. So anyway, your partridge mango. So, and you of course would adjust that accordingly depending on your calories. Then we've got, look, we have the celery in here. And then we have a 1/2 tablespoon of mustard powder. The point is you bulk that up and then you can have some additional veggies to dip. Are y'all picking that up? Here's another one. Okay, right here, Cabela mango. So we've got 1 cup of Cabela pepper, 1 cup mango, small handful of basil, 1 stalk celery to kind of bulk it up. See, here they are, okay? Here's another one, peach pepper. 2 cup ripe peaches, 1 cup yellow bell pepper, a little bit of lime, 1 stalk celery, 1/2 banana pepper. Usually my point is in that is a fruit and a spicy. So for example, pineapple, red bell pepper, pineapple, yellow bell pepper. I'm not big on eating green peppers. I do sometimes, but I find they cause digestive disruption because really they're grown to look like they're ripe and ready, but actually they're not ripe. So you're eating an unripe, unsweet, non-sweet fruit, you know, veggie. So anyway, do y'all understand that concept? Is everybody picking that up? Hey Lisa, you're having your celery juice? So that's what I wanted to tell you. Also, not leaving your snack out. You deserve a snack, baby. It's snack time. Snack. My face looks very pointy and bird-like today. Sometimes Christopher tells me I look like a bird, you know, and here's what I say. Bok, bok. You understand that, Mickey? Girl, you are picking up what I'm laying down. Okay, so I wanted to tell you that. So today I would love to see you post. It's your homework, people. Posting up some pictures of your snacky, okay? Hashtag snacky. Anyway, hey, Karen, how are you, beautiful? Thank you. Props going out to Karen for putting in the celery additional videos yesterday, because when I went to do it right after, my computer was locked up. It was like the Wi-Fi was down. And Chris was like, no, it's not down. And it was... Anyway, and then later I got sidetracked and didn't do it. See, that's how I roll. So anyway, thanks, Karen. Karen in the house. So anyway, what else did I want to tell you? Several things, but here's another fat-free dressing that you could use for your snack, right? So this is a fat-free fast dressing. We've got 1 large red bell pepper, 1 large peeled orange, handful of thyme, jalapeno, no seeds to taste. Bam. And at the bottom, thicker version, add 1 cup peeled zucchini if you want to thicken it up. That's simply delicious, right? And 1 orange is not going to meet your caloric needs right there. So in addition, you could have some sliced oranges or make the dip bigger. Do you see what I'm saying? Volume on there. Your calories balanced out with celery. If you can't stand it, go a Swiss chard. But I would encourage you for the celery. Okay, it's great for the microbiome, for your good bacteria in your guts. It's also a broom for the colon. And who don't want that? Who does not want to wake up with a flat tummy, with a barely like the hip bones, like barely like, there's almost like you can imagine if you were laying on the beach and you're laying on your back and you had on your bikini bottoms, but you had on your shorts too. And there's almost like a bridge between one hip bone, not sucked in, but a bridge from another with a slight dip in, because your digestion is good and your tummy is flat, right? Trust me, friends, it's the place to live. I was big. I was a big girl. Do you understand? And now I am free freedom at its highest, eating all the food, you know. And I've encouraged my daddy to watch the documentary, What the Health, you know. And it is just very interesting how people in my real life are in resistance to my health because they don't want to see it. So be it. But anyway, you know, my daughter posted something yesterday, and she was just smiling, you know, with her name, makeup, beautiful self. She wakes up looking like that. She, of course, I mean, come on, she's 20, but she came up. I didn't look like that when I was 20, though. And anyway, so she drove by here. She was getting her cracker pickup, and a little baby was so sweet, but she had on her name makeup, and her hair's just tousled. She's in like a sweatshirt that's stained with paint, and like her pull-on, I don't know, some kind of pull-on joggy pants. And I was just like thinking to myself, who wakes up like that? Like who? She is the epitome of natural beauty. It is really phenomenal, but she doesn't even see it, which is even more beautiful, you know. But anyway, so she posted something yesterday with her no makeup self, and she's just smiling, you know, and she used to kind of dislike, she has teeth, these two teeth right here, like this one turns out on mine. Well, I had braces for many years. Those used to turn out bad, and her two turn out now. Well, she had braces, but they took them off kind of prematurely, and she needed this thing called a Herps appliance. And Christopher had this, but it's like this bridge. It goes from there to there with this thing in the middle, and you have to take this key and jam it up into your kid's mouth and crank it every day, and it cranks out where their mouth, most people now are born with a narrow jaw and a narrow mouth. You know why? Because people don't chew anymore. They eat stuff like, I don't know, mac and cheese. Isn't that interesting? So for the teeth to fit and not gap up, the mouth has to be expanded. Well, Christopher went through that process, but by the time she was going to do that, she was about in the 7th grade, and it causes through the top like this, and it's very intrusive, okay? And she, being a 7th or 8th grade girl, she wasn't going for that. So now these two teeth have turned, you know, and the point is this, she used to really dislike that. And, you know, as I talked to her about that, I was like, you know, you can choose to have that changed. Or you can choose to love you exactly like you look. And I was pointing out to her this singer, Jewel. Do y'all know who that is? And I think she's beautiful. And I don't know if she's since had her teeth changed, but she has a tooth that sits out. It doesn't matter. It's what she is, and she is authentically beautiful, just like she is. And I've talked to my daughter about that. I'm like, do you understand the radiance you possess? And she started to see that, and that's beautiful. But anyway, so she was posting, back to the story. I'm sorry, that was a lot of hee-haw, wasn't it? But anyway, it's only 7:12 in the morning. We got time, right? Anyway, so she was posting, there's no reason not to be happy. We have this moment, and we have our health. And even if you are in dis-ease right now, you have your health in there. You just have to get back to it. Your body's just at dis-ease right now, but health is your birthright, and it's obtainable. But she was saying that because she's trying to master being in the moment. You know, and I wanted to talk about that, about yesterday, I forget who it was in the group, you know, somebody slightly slipped off their plan. There was a time crunch, and you know, the thing is, it's not a failure. I've said this so many times. If you're not tripping up on your journey, you're not even trying, or you're lying to yourself, because we fail our way to success. And it's all how you take those slips and harness those. It's not a boulder you crashed your face on, busted your nose, bloodied your eye, and knocked out all your teeth. You stumbled and you picked yourself back up. But before you got up, you picked up that stone and you took it and you put it in your waist satchel. And now that's a learning pebble, a truth stone of how you can get to the best version of yourself. And we're going to be talking about if this happens, and it will, because we have patterns. If the whatever that's causing you to stumble, if this happens, then I'm going to plug in this instead. And that's coming up right here. Anyway, so I just wanted to say that, and I wanted to say that moment in time has passed. So move forward. Mastering the moment. Moments plus moments. Creating momentum. Even the moments that appeared as failure to you are not. Okay, so let's look at this. The point of power is always in the present moment. The point of power is always in the present moment. The past is over and done and has no power over me. I can begin to be free in this moment. Today's thoughts create my future. I am in charge. I now take my own power back. I am safe and I am free. Brilliant. You don't let that one slip up be the power over you. You take your power back and you harness it. I am safe and I am free. The point of power is always in the present moment. Do y'all like that? Anyway, y'all's comments are frozen, but that sounds like torture. When I had to do that on Christopher, and what was bad, it's almost like you think of an Allen wrench. You know what those are? They're like an L thing that comes in a box sometimes for like putting stuff together, you know? And it had this little like kind of square thing. It was very small. It was a square, and there's a little hole in the middle, and he had to lean back on the floor and arch his head back, and I had to put that in there. And I had to take all my, and it only shallowly sat in there. And I had to take all my, and turn that thing, and I had to go 3 cranks. And what was bad is if you slipped out, it jammed up into the top of his mouth. And I never did that, but the thought of hurting your child, oh, can you imagine how that would feel? It's like the dentist scraping your teeth, and they take that scraper and it jams down, and you're like, buddy. Speaking of, we can also talk about teeth health and how all these people, they think, oh, raw vegan rot in my teeth. No, you allowed your teeth to rot out because you walked around with a pocket full of sunshine and a sippy cup, and you had that all day. I mean, a pocket full of dates and a fruit juice. That ain't raw vegan's fault. That's your fault, baby. Name it and claim it. My teeth have never been stronger and more healthy. I have no gum recession at almost 46 years old when they count. Come on with the teeth. I love Louise Hay. You downloaded one of her audiobooks yesterday, Saturating Your Brain with Positive. It's where it's at. That's beautiful, Mickey. Hey, Tiffany. Every time Facebook says I'm live, oh, here. You're watching now, right? I'm still here live. Anyway, what else did I want to tell you is later on today, don't do it here, okay? I'm going to be posting, hey, tomorrow is Q&A Saturday. You must keep it relevant to the topics we've just discussed, Monday through Friday, which is today.